so cold. I seriously don't think I've ever experienced anything that cold. Winter is here. We're supposed to get snow this evening, which means a possibility of a 2-hour delay. 2-hour delay. 2-hour delay. This week has been a really busy week for me. I have had very little time to be able to like sit down and talk with you guys, and I'm really sorry about that. Between like having meetings and talking with principals and talking with partners and just like the everyday type thing, I feel like I really haven't had time to be by myself, which sometimes can be such a pain because I just want to be by myself sometimes. So I feel like I've been like on a roll today because I have been cleaning up so much today, putting things away inside of my binders, getting my binders organized. I think the only binder that I have, and you're gonna like cringe when you see this, is this one. Which is like my place value binder. It is the biggest one of them all. I'm not sure if I've mentioned this before, but I really like to organize everything that I have into binders. I like organizing my units in binders. I don't know why, I just am not a file person. It just, I never go to the file and I never look at it. Typically, like whenever I go to plan, I will pull out the binder that I'm using for that unit and I will put it in front of me and I will use that to kind of help me plan. I've also been trying something a little bit different and new with keeping a binder of all of the resources that I have for like that week. So like here is my binder that I have that has all of my lesson plans and resources for the week. I have it grouped by the groups. So all of the activities and lessons that I have for that one group is here. Like I have some activities for a different math group. Here are the resources that I'm using for like reading and like so on. And then when I'm finished at the end of the week, all I have to do is take this out, take them out, like I'm not taking them out of the actual pouches, and then I'm just going to insert them into the binder. I'm going to leave them in the pouches because this is how I organize all of my materials anyways. Like there's no reason for me to take them out of the pouches just to put them into another pouch. Like these are the resources that I use for when I'm teaching that unit. So I like to keep this here just so that I have like a frame of reference of what is it that I'm doing with my kids today. I also kind of keep out like my plans and then my groups and who's in my groups. I always keep a fresh one out because they change so stinking much. I like this. It works for my brain. I don't know. It's nice. So here is kind of like the gist of my little binder. I put in like the assessments. I have like some of the quick checks that we use and just like any activity that I will use inside of a sheet protector. Super easy, it's super simple, and I know you're probably thinking, Bridget, sheet protectors are expensive as all get out. Let me give you a hint. If you have a Sam's card, this sucker of 250 of these, I think was like $8 or $9. That's not bad at all, and it's gonna last you a while. Or at least it'll last me for a little bit. I got 2 of them because I have one at home and then I have one here. So when I have resources that I need to just kind of stick inside of a sheet protector or like a sleeve, there, I have it, it's done. It's all inside of a pretty little protector, and I have my unit stuff here. So this is my place value unit. I have a multiplication and addition and subtraction one. All of that's going, and I keep them right in that little spot there. Finally got the place value one all nice and tidied up because it was a hot stinking mess. All right, I have a few more files that I need to file out into their kind of their assessment folders. So if you've been watching me for a little bit, then you know that we have 3 different colored file folders for our kids. And I keep them inside of, oh, it's getting heavy, inside of this little box here. So the blue ones represent math, the red ones represent writing, the green ones represent reading. I just need to get these filed away, and then I have pretty much all of my paperwork filed. Like, this is a good feeling. I feel so great about this. Let's go. You do it. You can do it. You can do it. All right, I'm gonna start filing and stop being ridiculous because I'm in a goofy mood today. I'm sorry. So I got the papers that I had in my hand organized, but y'all, right when you think that you have it all done, something else pops up and it's like, really? Are you kidding me? So I still have a ton more papers to file, but I'm gonna just save it for tomorrow because I do have a couple of things that I just have to get done right now. So we're doing an activity in writing right now. It's not really an activity, it's more just a lesson. So I'm doing a lesson in writing at the moment, and we are working on a creative writing unit. So this is the one with like the Polar Express as the mentor text, and we're going through and we're writing it. Well, my kids need instruction on building a paragraph. So what I ended up going through and I did is I teach the burger paragraph format. So I have a catchy hook at the beginning, a closing sentence in the end of the paragraph. Then I have 3 details with 3 supports to go along with it. That is how I teach a paragraph. So what I did is I took my brainstorm that I did at the beginning where I talk about how Ian wanted a book, he wanted to go to the library, and then he went and he found like an old leathery book that was restricted, but he put it in his backpack anyway. So I wrote that out as an actual paragraph. But when I wrote it out into each of the little sections. So that hook, the 3 details, the 3 supports, and then the closing. And here is... so this is what it ends up looking like. So I kind of put it into like a little table here, and I think I need to go back through and I need to edit it because at the very beginning I wasn't like incredibly happy with. So the very first part I talk, books have always taken me to places my dreams could only bring to life. Nothing would prepare me for the dream that I would be living. So that's my hook. The first detail I have is I rustled through my books. I rustled through the books on my shelf looking for something to read. Here's the support. Nothing. I didn't have a single thing to read. Here's my second detail. I rushed down to the kitchen where my mom was baking my favorite chocolate chip cookies. Mom, can we please go to the library? I don't have anything to read. Here's the support. Mom was always understanding of my passion for books and happily agreed to take me later that day. Okay, so I have that he was looking for the books. I had that he wanted to go to the library. Now here I go to try to get that book into his hand. So here's my last detail. While at the library, I scanned through the books in hopes to find I scanned through the shelves is what I should say, because books and books is repeated. I scanned through the shelves in hopes to find a new book that was added to the dinosaur section. That's the detail. Here's the support. Again, nothing. But as I got ready to leave, an old book caught my attention. Restricted. Poop. I decided to take it anyways. That old book, and here's the closing sentence, that old book would later change my life. So that's a paragraph. That's kind of my beginning paragraph. So remember I told you guys that I want my kids to have 3 well-developed paragraphs with a very clear beginning paragraph, a middle paragraph, and then an end paragraph. This is my beginning. This is the exact beginning that I brainstormed for my kids. So I'm gonna teach them what it means to have like a burger paragraph. Then we're gonna go through, I'm gonna give them some practice with sorting it and identifying the different parts of the paragraph. And then they're gonna go back and do it in their own writing. The last day on Friday, what my hope is that I will create their kind of, they'll go through and they'll highlight it and they'll get to kind of create the little burger, like, you know, the burgers that you see on Pinterest. What are they? Like vanilla wafers and all the icing and all that good stuff. They love it. They think it's hilarious. I need to go and get these printed out, get it copied, cut, like bagged up so that I can have it prepared for tomorrow and have it ready for my lesson. I forgot to mention, look what I got. I am so flipping excited about it. I have a new whiteboard table. So I just got this table yesterday, and it's kind of a long story, but it's not really. So basically, they ordered a whiteboard table for another teacher. It came in damaged, so there's like 2 little nicks on it. Nick number 1 and very large nick number 2. So it comes in with the 2 nicks. They call the company says to discard the table, they'll send a new one. They sent the new one. They took the legs that they sent with the original one, put it on the new one that they got in, and gave it to the teacher. So they didn't really discard the table. They had it back there. It doesn't have any legs, but that's okay because I don't really need legs. I just put them on 2 smaller tables, and it's just like a short table. It works out perfect for me. I sit on a little stool, like, here's my little stool. and I love it. Like it's been working out so well. The kids have been loving it. I've been loving it. Yay. All right, seriously though, I need to get busy. Time to cut. So I'm putting little numbers on them and so I can keep track of them in their bags. Each bag will have a different number. This is for bag number 1, bag number 2, bag number 3, bag number 4. I got through 5 of the bags. That's not a big deal. I can get the rest done in the morning, so I'm not too stressed out about it. I am going to, however, take some work to cut out at home. I have some goal work for multiplication that I need to get done, so I'm going to take these home. Maybe my husband will sit in front of the TV with me and get it cut. Crossing my fingers. He will be oh so super sweet and do this with me. He will. He is nice. So I'm gonna call it a day. I need to go and get some food and feed my children, get them to bed, and watch the last 2 episodes of The Crown. I am so excited. It is so good. I have been so into it. I would love to know if you're watching The Crown. Are you on season 1? Are you on season 2? Are you pretty much finished? I'm finishing it today, so I'm really, really excited. By the time this goes up, I'll be done, and I'm gonna be very, very sad, actually. I feel like I have to brace myself for how cold it's gonna be. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's cold. Oh, at least it's not as windy as what it was earlier, although it's still windy. Oh. Okay, so the husband called. I have to stop for milk first. So, braving the wind again. I was really hoping for a 2-hour delay, and that 2-hour delay never came. So here I am once again at normal time at school. I don't know about y'all, my husband makes fun of me so bad, but I get so nervous driving when it snows. I've never experienced it. I mean, I've only been with it for like a year. It just stresses me out. I have no way of describing it. Like, all I keep envisioning is me just like spiraling out of control and dying. Like, that's all I can say. It's awful. And I feel even worse now. I just feel like such a dummy head because I had all this work that I spent at home and I cut it out last night, got that stuff done, and then I leave it there. And my husband, in order to kind of like ease my worries, drove with me to work. Stinking lights don't want to stay on. There they go. But he drove with me to work. So I drove the car so that I could get more experience driving in the snow. He just sat in the passenger seat. So he took the car with him. And now I have stuff at home that I really need for today. Like, really need for today. And I have no way of going back and getting it. So I wore my husband's socks today because they're so much warmer than my socks. My socks are so thin. And I don't know if these are like women's socks in general, but my socks are incredibly thin. They're comfy though. I think I'm just gonna walk around in my socks for a while. Have you guys ever, and I'm just like wondering because I'm having this issue at the moment. Have you guys ever, on the heel of your foot, had it almost like, if you push on it, it feels like pins and needles? Does that make sense? So like on the heel of my foot, I'm pushing on it and it feels like there's like pins and needles that are sticking me right now, like a ton of them. It's a very uncomfortable feeling. I don't like it very much, but I don't know what it is. So I don't know if some of you guys have ever experienced it. Sometimes I feel like I have the best husband in the whole wide world because he is dropping everything he's doing right now to bring me all of the things that I left at home so that I don't have to like, I can't believe I did that. My brain is just not attached right now. I don't know where my brain is. It like oozed out of my ear or something. I also forgot that I did not have any tea here. So I have been doing really well about not drinking coffee, and I don't think that that's gonna hurt me to drink like a cup of coffee every once in a while. So I'm gonna make myself a coffee this morning, wait for my husband to get here because he's just gonna come to the back door and get started with my day a little bit later. I better put my shoes on. There he is, come to save my life. You saved me.
You're welcome, my love.
Oh, thank you. All right, time to take the shoes off again. Husband saved my life and brought everything that I needed. Yay! So now I don't have to stress out about it. Okay, so I thought I had cut everything last night and I did not. I still have to finish cutting out these. These are the paragraphs that I'm going to be using to start teaching the structure of an actual paragraph to my kids during writing today. So I need to finish cutting up these. That's not that big of a deal. It won't take me long. And then I have one more math goal work game that I would like to get cut up. So I think I'm going to spend the next little bit of time. Hope maybe I can get it done by 7:45 and get all of my things cut up and ready to go for today. And just like that, all of the snow is gone. Today was such an amazingly productive day. The kids were untasked, they were like motivated, they were engaged, they were, I don't know, it was just such a great day. And I wanted it to be a 2-hour delay. I'm kind of happy it wasn't a 2-hour delay because I enjoyed every single minute of it today. I said today quite a few times. I think that was what, like 4 or 5 times? I'm sorry. Don't mean to repeat the same words. So I had somebody come in my reading block just to come like observe the classroom to see how I'm doing things with the MAC team and just kind of in reading in general. It's one of our new teachers. What I love about our district is that they give teachers the opportunity to be able to go visit other teachers' classrooms. If you say, hey, can I go check out this person's classroom, they will find you a sub and they will make it happen, which I think that that is so great because you can truly like try to communicate this is what I'm doing in the classroom, but to see it actually all in action is so great. I am a visual learner and I know that other teachers like to just be able to come and see what it is that other teachers are doing. I feel like that's how we all learn from each other. You know, you take little bits and pieces from what teachers are doing and you make it work for you in your own classroom. So she came visit with us for about 30 minutes, which was really nice. The kids did a great job for her. And writing was by far like one of my most engaged classes. They loved the burger lesson and they were like eating it up. It was hilarious. Get it? Burger eating. Ha ha ha. So I started off by kind of introducing to them my burger, and I tell them a story about how I'm the burger eating champion and that I like to eat a triple meat, triple cheese. And we go into talk about how to build a burger paragraph and what details are and how they support it. And I mentioned to them that I take these 3 because these 3 are my details and I kind of build off of it to kind of add that support into it. So I went through and I kind of did a model lesson with me kind of writing things out for them to be able to see. It did have, sorry, it did at one point have these. So like, they could see, oh, this is one detail, one support here, and then this was another detail and another support, and so on and so forth. They did a really good job with that. Once I modeled that for them, we kind of had the opportunity to like have a conversation about it. The kids went out in partners and they sorted out the, you know, details, the supports, and then also the closing and the hook sentence, and they did a fantastic job of it. So we didn't get a ton of writing done because it was such a heavy day of instruction and like that conversational piece. Tomorrow I'm going to give them a lot of time just to be able to sit down and actually write their paragraph, and we're going to be conferencing with kids to be able to make sure that they understand, you know, the format of just writing a paragraph and really helping them through that process. So they did so well. I was so impressed with them. On another note, I have to show you this. My husband's texting me. I don't want to show you that. Look at what this sweet student gave me. That is the cutest world's best teacher mug I have ever seen. Thank you for helping me to grow. That's adorable. And then inside are these little kisses, and I'm not gonna lie, they're all gone. I ate them because they were so delicious. And then I had another teacher who went because on her break she heard that Bath & Body Works was doing like a lotion sale, and I thought these would be great little gifts. So she picked some up for me. So that I didn't have to make the trip. She was already doing it anyway, so she made the trip for me. Picked me up some of the lotions so that I can put them in little gifts to be able to give to like teachers and bus drivers and special area teachers and so forth. So I got some of those inside of here, which I'm very excited about. I think the smell that I like the most is the eucalyptus. This one, oh my gosh, it smells heavenly. I don't think I've ever made such a mess of my board. Like, it has writing all over it today. All over it today. I was totally getting ready to go and leave, and I'm realizing I don't have a car. My husband drove me to work today. He's gonna leave in about 10 minutes. I have about 10 minutes to get some things done. For the most part, I've gotten a lot of things kind of cleaned up. Like, my table is not awfully bad. I used some Lysol wipes and got these cleaned up. I got my baskets emptied, so I'm gonna put those up. This is gonna get put up over here. These are all gonna go. Actually, this is gonna stay here. This is really nice. Like, I know this looks like a heap of mess, but it has like all my group stuff in here. So, but for the most part, it looks pretty good, right? Whatever you do, don't look at my board, because my board is a hot mess today. I am feeling extremely sleepy. I don't know if I do look at, like, I feel like I have huge bags underneath my eyes. I told my husband that I need to make sure that I go to bed on time tonight, because I think I went to bed a little bit later than normal, and it affected me. I think I was just really excited about, like, what is it called? The snow. I got really excited about the snow, and then I ended up not having a snow day. I do have some papers that I need to grade. So what I might do is just try to grade some of these problems that I had up for my blue group. So I need to create an answer key, because I have yet to do that. I'm gonna create me an answer key. I'm gonna grade those really fast, get those into my grade book. And then my husband should be here. And then I get to go home. All right, those have been graded, and my husband hasn't even left yet, because normally he would text me. So I'm on a roll. Like, I'm feeling pretty darn good about myself right now. I have those graded. Now I just need to enter them into our Schoology account. So what I might just do is try to go ahead and start entering some of those grades in. I also just now thought about it. I'm like, I need to freaking number my goal work. I have yet to do that. So I might try to make that my goal tomorrow morning, to be able to try and get that done. I don't have any meetings tomorrow morning, which is really nice. And I'm really excited because I get to go shopping with one of my friends. So that's gonna be fun. I need to get all my Christmas done, my Christmas shopping done. I'm also going to try to clean up my mess of a board that I have back here. Hubby is gonna be here any minute, so I am packed up, I'm ready to go. I got my grading done, my papers are organized. I'm feeling really, really good about myself right now. I feel like I have everything really organized and put together, and it's making me feel really good. I love, love, love this whiteboard table. I am so happy that I got it. I can't even like express to you how happy I am. So I'm gonna get my stuff ready to go, turn the lights off, and then wait for my husband, and I will catch you guys in the morning. Have I mentioned to y'all that I love, love, love me some Fridays? I think if I could figure out how to put the slide on, oh my word. I think what I'm gonna end up doing today is I'm gonna make Friday morning a little bit more fun today. Hopefully they don't take advantage of it and get crazy. I'm gonna cross my fingers on that. I just walked in, by the way. But I think what I'm gonna do is let the kids play Jenga. So I'm gonna pull out some of the Jenga games that I have that are just like conversation Jenga. Thank you to Mr. G over there for creating some of those wonderful resources. So I'm gonna pull out conversation Jenga, and that's gonna be my morning meeting this morning. So I'm gonna let them just kind of get with their groups. After that, they will greet them inside of their groups, and I'm just gonna let them go for it. Aren't I such a cool teacher? Other than having to like duck and weave to turn my lights on. I thought it was cool. Anywho, this morning I treated myself. I was like, you know what? My husband went and got McDonald's yesterday. I got me a Starbucks. Very happy about that. So I know it's coffee, and I know I said I wasn't gonna drink coffee, but again, I don't think having a Starbucks every once in a blue moon is gonna hurt me. right? I really like my shirt that I'm wearing today. I never wear it because it wrinkles kind of easily after I wash it. So let me set you guys down. So I don't typically like to wear this shirt because I have to then iron it in order to be able to wear it. But I found it at like a Nordstrom rack, I think. But I really like it. So it has a button. It opens up and kind of has like that swoop down here, which I think is really cute. And then it's very long in the back, which I always like because I like my bum to get covered. But I ironed it today, which then made me a little bit later than normal. But that's okay because I wanted to look nice. I really wanted to wear this shirt. Really, that's what it was all about. So I have some kids who are going to be taking a quick check this morning. I need to go and grab the addition quick check from my partner's room. So I'm going to go and do that real fast and start looking at my plans for today. So I scrounged through the closet and found my Jengas. So here is the little Jenga sets. These are the ones from the Dollar Tree, and then I added the colors in here to match the actual Jenga game. So I think I set that one somewhere. But here is what it looks like. This is made by my cousin, Mr. G. So you have like different questions that they can answer as they pick out each color. So I thought it was a fun little game. I think it's fun just to give them opportunities to be able to kind of chit chat and talk and have fun, since we always try to not let them do that, I feel like. I think it's important that we really allow them to have those opportunities to have those conversations. You know, they don't get that a lot of the time. I feel like a lot of the time we want them to stay quiet. We want them to, you know, be working independently, and I try to incorporate a lot of group stuff into my lessons, and I want to give them opportunities to talk and to, you know, share their thinking. And sometimes I just want them to just talk and have fun and be kids, because that's what they are. They're kids. As much as many of them don't want to be kids, like they're ready to be adults, I'm like, you're still a kid, enjoy it. Because once you become an adult, you can never go back. Oh my gosh, y'all. We are getting an early dismissal. I cannot believe it.
I'm so excited.
Are you kidding me? I'm so excited. I cannot even describe the excitement that's going through my body.
I'm so pumped.
I am so pumped. It has started snowing and now we're getting our early dismissal on Friday.
Oh, it is Friday. I don't think anyone's appreciating my psychic powers and how I sent a text about it and I got the email.
That is so crazy. She is like a psychic.
I'm in shock.
Maybe she's got like a little thing going on. Oh my gosh. Okay, what do we need to do? What is going on? What do we have to do? We're doing something. What are we doing? We need to do dojos.
And
what
silent
else?
reading.
And silent reading for the rest of the day? Sweet. Now we gotta go tell our sub. I cannot even contain my excitement. I've been wanting to have an early dismissal or like a late start, and I can't believe we're having it. Okay, so I need to call my husband and then take care of a few things, get some stuff together, and I'm gonna have to drive in the snow. Cried. It's 1:30, all the kids are gone. It is still snowing outside, which makes me a little bit nervous about having to drive home in my car. But I'm gonna take it slow and it's going to be fine. So I have pretty much gotten everything finished. I have the lights turned off except for the main lights in my classroom, and I've gotten everything fairly organized and I have my stuff packed up. So here's all the stuff that I'm taking home. I have my other backpack, and then I have my lesson plan binder so I can plan out my stuff for next week. All of this stuff is organized, ready to go. This is one of those times when I'm really happy that I spent so much time like at the beginning of the week getting my things organized, because it's like days like this when you like get to leave that you're like, yes, I'm prepared, like, because I have everything finished. We cannot leave until they go over the intercom and kind of tell us that we are allowed to leave. So I'm gonna just kind of hang out, sit and wait. The kids just had the opportunity after lunch, like we had math normal, and then once they got back from lunch, we just had them do some writing. So I gave my kids the opportunity to just sit down and work on their paragraphs today. So we talked a lot about building a paragraph yesterday. I modeled it for them, gave them some practice with putting a paragraph together so they can clearly identify the details and the supports. So they just got the opportunity to write, and then I let them read for the rest of the afternoon. That was it. It was just pretty much that. I don't know what to think right now. I'm just like over the moon. So I think I'm just gonna pull out the items that I'm working on for next week. So I told you guys that next week in math, my kids are gonna be planning a vacation. Now I wanted this to be a little bit more research part of for them. So they're gonna have to go onto the websites. They're gonna have to look up to see if they can go to like find out car rentals. So they're gonna go on, find the car rental website, look at car rental prices, figure out the mileage going on like MapQuest from the point of their home to where it is that they need to be going. So they're gonna do a little bit more research on the iPads, which I think is gonna be really fun and engaging, but there's gonna be a lot of math pieces that go on along with that. So they're planning out their vacation, figuring out like how much it's gonna cost for car rentals, like how much are they gonna have to budget for gas, so on and so forth. So there'll be a little bit of research put in there. Hi. Sometimes I feel like my partner should talk in my video.
Hi.
So like Trent and I were talking about when I was doing the other channel, Mrs. KW, I'm talking to you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So Trent and I were talking about the other channel and just about how like personality wise, like how you are, how I'm so much more different in my other channel because I'm like interacting with people. And how this one is,
Just you.
yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I guess people can see how big of a goofball I really am in life through the other one. All right, anyways, so I think I'm just going to spend some time and work on some of the math stuff. We have math groups that are switching out in January, so KW is over there getting my things together. She's helping me out. And then I will catch you guys up in like 30 minutes when I get to leave.
Go when you're ready. Thank you.
All right, time to go. I'm gonna stop at the bathroom, and then I'm gonna be headed home. I am gonna talk to you guys when I get there. Oh my gosh, I'm really scared. Oh my gosh, y'all, it is snowing so much. Okay, I can do this. I'm gonna drive home and it's gonna be okay. I'm gonna go slow, I'm gonna keep distance, and it's gonna be fine. I just got in my car to leave. They just let us leave. They're trying to put down some salt on our driveway because we have a little bit of ice accumulating and we don't want to be slipping and falling. So that's why you see them doing this, which while it's snowing, you're probably thinking this is ridiculous, but we're trying to put some salt down. You want to brush? You want to get out? Yeah? Come on, let's put your shoes back on. Nice job, baby.
Now we just gotta wait on Ian.
You look very handsome.
A good little sleeper.
All right.
Go all the way to where Ian is. Oh, no, all the way. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Don't drop it.
Way over here. Where Ian's
Go follow Daddy. Good job.
All right, ready? Throw it.